in developing countries, and it's very important for us to know how to manage resources. My name is Dennis Ijogu, and I'm a producer, scriptwriter, director, and a voiceover artist, and I'll be sharing with you tips on how to achieve successful, low-budget filmmaking. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Film Fix Club, and today we'll be talking about emotional intelligence. What is it all about, and how you can fit it into acting, the application of emotional intelligence in acting. So first and foremost, let us define what emotional intelligence is all about. Creating truly compelling performances goes beyond technical skill and talent. Emotional intelligence, which involves recognizing and understanding emotions in ourselves and others, plays a vital role in bringing authenticity and depth to an actor's work. The actor must be able to understand the emotional disposition of the people around him and be able to manage it successfully while playing his role as a character. The actor, in order to play that role successfully, has to come to a point where he will free his mind from any inhibition with regards to the character. So basically what we're looking at, we have two characters. That is the actor, and then you have the character himself or herself. And so the actor has to leave his own emotional disposition and fit it into the character of the script. So that takes a lot of you understanding what the character in the script is all about, his fears, his bitterness, his anger, his jealousy, everything you can feel about that character is now the ability of you taking your own emotions and then putting them in subjection to the character. So the character, while you are shooting, the character's emotions override yours. It's more like being possessed by the character, but I won't use the word possessed because that's scary. So it's basically all about you allowing the character take preeminence over your emotions and be able to deliver it properly. That would take a while. It's not something that will be done in a week or two. I think in most cases, for you to fully get into the character, sometimes it might take you 2-3 months. Some people have done it for 6 months. For them to fully understand the character, they had to leave their comfortable zone. If they were playing the role of a poor man, they had to move into homes, poor people's homes, and then they were able to understand how the character or the location of the character's role and how it affects the character's performance. Do you understand? So in some cases, somebody out there might be asking, well, if I'm going to play the role of a rich man, I like to have a Ferrari and a Lamborghini and cruise around town and see what it looks like. Who can give him that kind of role? Or the role of a rich man is going around with a private jet. That's a great role for me to do. So they'll be saying, probably Dennis, if you want me to do that, that's not a bad idea. If you can provide everything. Yes, it's not a bad idea, but really, what I'm trying to say is that you have to leave wherever you're coming from and then fit into the character. And one of the ways you do that is by, number one, location, is to find out the character, what's the location of the character. As an actor, visit the place. If you have the character Bible that tells you he grew up XYZ. So go ahead and visit the place he grew up. And then see the sort of people around him, find out his educational qualification, find out the kind of people that have that educational qualification, the way they behave, the way they do things. So that is number two, the educational qualification of that person, for you to really get into it and see how the guy will talk in the conversation. To what extent does he know a few things? So another aspect is look at the family background. Family background is key because the family background tells you or gives an idea of how or what formed the thinking, the philosophy of this particular person. So the family has a lot to do with the way we think, the way the decisions we make. And if you're looking at his childhood, that is the character himself, what are the things that happened to him, inhibitions, blah, 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 that brought about the overall character of that person, the movie character himself. That's number three is the family background. Number four is his emotional disposition. Is he hot-tempered? Is he a jovial person? Is he very optimistic? Is he pessimistic? And then being able to apply it to when you're dealing with the character, when you're portraying the character. Number five is his social impact. What sort of What's his fashion sense? Why does he dress the way he dresses? And what sort of aspiration does he have with regards to his fashion sense, where he eats, where he loves to hang out, the kind of car he likes to drive? So those are the social impact of that character will help you tune in into the emotional intelligence of that character. Number 6 is, what are his aspirations? Now, the character Bible is meant to give you an idea of what his aspirations are. Oftentimes, we are motivated by where we're going or where we want to go. So people go through that process of getting there. So the process of getting there, constantly looking at the end for him, his ambition or her ambition in the movie is what propels people to do things that they need to do to get there. So the next question is, what are his aspirations, and how, that's the next thing, how does he plan to get there? How does he plan to achieve his aspirations? In some cases, the actor might not have any aspirations. He's just tired of life and he just wants to live a peaceful life. That seldom happens. Everybody seems to have something that protecting where they're going and how they hope to achieve it. For example, you might actually want to just protect yourself from noise and people being a bother around you, so you just want to take things easy. So that is also an aspiration of yours to achieve. You just want to take things easy. You don't want any stress. You don't want people just give you stress, so you're at home and you're taking things easy. Another aspect is, who are those around him? What sort of people are those around him? All discouraging him, the challenges he's facing through people in aspiring, in achieving XYZ. And also, we're looking at the social challenges he's facing as well. If he is a bank robber and he wants to rob a bank because he wants to be rich, retire rich, and have his own private jet and all that stuff. The question is, what sort of laws do they have in the land? Who are those that will probably meet up with him? There must be some sort of conflict somewhere. And so if you put yourself in that character, you need to understand his thinking as well, his animalistic instincts, where he sees people that probably would be in opposition to him and his aspiration. He will not want to mix with those people, or he'll be very careful with them, or he will hate them, one form or the other. So these are part of things that you have to learn when it has to do with emotional intelligence and how you can apply it in acting. I'm going to continue with part 2 of this. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. Take care.